All right, so today we're diving into HealthyCoin.
Oh, yeah. This one's interesting.
It is. It seems like everyone's talking about them these days.
Yeah, they're kind of blowing up on social media.
It's not just hype, though, right? There's some substance to what they're doing.
Oh, definitely. It's not just another diet fad.
Which is what we're going to unpack today.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go beyond the buzzwords and really see what HealthyCoin is all about.
And they've got some pretty interesting sources to work with.
Lots of research articles, user testimonials, even some interviews with experts in nutrition and behavioral science.
Cool. So what's the mission for this deep dive? What are we hoping to uncover?
Well, I think the big question is, can HealthyCoin really make a difference? Can they actually help people live healthier lives?
And is it sustainable? Or is this just another flash in the pan?
Right, because we've all seen those diet trends come and go.
Exactly. So we'll be looking at the science behind their approach, the technology they're using, and the impact they're having on individuals and communities.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so let's jump right in. HealthyCoin, this whole concept of getting rewarded for eating healthy, it's kind of brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a clever way to tap into our psychology.
We all love a good reward.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about the immediate gratification either.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, think about it. When you're working towards a goal and you start seeing progress, it motivates you to keep going.
I can see that, like a snowball effect.
Right, and that's what HealthyCoin is trying to do. They're turning healthy eating into a positive feedback loop.
So it's not just about willpower or deprivation.
Exactly. It's about making those healthy choices feel rewarding and enjoyable.
Okay, so how exactly does this reward system work? Do they, like, give you a trophy every time you eat a salad?
Not quite,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like a game.
A game. Okay, I'm intrigued.
So basically, they have this point system.
Points for eating. Okay.
Yeah. So every time you log a meal that focuses on fresh, nutrient-rich foods, you earn points.
So like fruits, veggies, lean proteins, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And
then you can redeem those points for various rewards.
Like what kind of rewards are we talking about here?
Well, it varies, but they have partnerships with a bunch of healthy food brands, fitness studios, wellness apps.
So you could get discounts on groceries or gym memberships.
Yeah. Or even things like subscriptions to meditation apps or healthy meal delivery services.
That's pretty cool. So it's not just about losing weight or fitting into your skinny jeans.
Right. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall well-being.
And making those healthy choices more accessible and appealing.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see the appeal here, but is it really effective? Does this reward system actually motivate people to eat healthier?
Oh, that's what the research suggests.
Oh. Tell me more.
There's a growing body of evidence that shows that gamification can be a really powerful tool for behavior change.
Like turning everyday tasks into a game.
Exactly. And it
Yeah.
makes sense, right? We're naturally drawn to things that are fun and engaging.
I mean, who doesn't love a good competition?
Right. And by incorporating those elements into healthy eating, HealthyCoin is making it more appealing and less like a chore.
I can definitely see that. But what about the long-term effects? Is this just a quick fix, or can it actually lead to lasting change?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's something we'll definitely be exploring further in this deep dive.
But so far, it sounds promising.
It does. But we'll need to dig deeper into the research and see what the data tells us.
Exactly. All right, so we've talked about the reward system, but let's zoom out a bit. What exactly is HealthyCoin? Is it just an app?
It's more than that, actually. It's more like a platform, a whole ecosystem for healthy living.
An ecosystem. Okay. Now I'm really curious.
So yeah, there's the app, of course, which is where you track your meals, earn points, and access all the rewards.
Right, but there's more.
Yeah, and they also have this huge online community aspect.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a social network for healthy living.
Exactly. You can connect with other users, share recipes, participate in challenges, basically support each other on your health journeys.
That's pretty cool. I can see how that would be really motivating.
It is. Because let's face it, healthy living can be tough sometimes, especially when you're doing it alone.
You need that support system.
Absolutely. And that's what HealthyCoin provides. It's like having a whole team of cheerleaders in your corner.
Plus, I bet you pick up some great tips and recipes along the way.
Oh, definitely. The community is a treasure trove of information and inspiration.
I like that, taking the intimidation factor out of it and creating a sense of belonging.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, right?
We are. And HealthyCoin seems to be doing a great job of fostering that sense of community. But let's not forget about the science behind all of this.
Oh, yeah. They're not just relying on gimmicks.
They've got some serious research backing up their approach.
Absolutely. They've partnered with leading experts in nutrition behavioral science and even technology.
To make sure their platform is grounded in evidence-based practices.
Exactly. They're not just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Which is refreshing to see.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got the reward system, the community aspect, the science. What else is there to unpack?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me in the materials is HealthyCoin's emphasis on nutrient-rich foods.
Oh, yeah. They're not just about calorie counting.
Exactly. They're all about making sure you're getting the nutrients your body needs to thrive.
Which is where the whole fresh food thing comes in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're big advocates for eating whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible.
Makes sense. But what about those of us who aren't exactly master chefs? Does HealthyCoin cater to people who might be intimidated by the idea of cooking elaborate meals from scratch?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They have a ton of resources for people who are new to cooking or just looking for some simple, healthy recipes.
Like what kind of resources?
Well, they have a whole library of easy-to-follow recipes that are designed to be both delicious and nutrient-packed.
Okay, that sounds doable. Anything else?
Yeah, they even have video tutorials and meal prep guides to make the process as approachable as possible.
So even if you're a complete beginner, you can still get on board with the HealthyCoin lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they also emphasize the importance of finding what works for you. Well, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to healthy eating. Everyone has different preferences, dietary needs, lifestyles.
So it's about finding a way to make healthy eating work for you, not the other way around.
Exactly. And HealthyCoin provides the tools and support to help you do just that.
I'm starting to see why they're getting so much attention. They're really trying to make healthy living accessible and enjoyable for everyone.
And sustainable, too. That's a key part of their philosophy.
Right. Because what's the point of all this if you can't stick with it long term?
Exactly. So we'll definitely be digging into their strategies for sustainability as we go deeper into this deep dive.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. But before we move on, I want to touch on one more thing that I think is really important.
What's that?
The whole idea of the kitchen as a wellness hub.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one for them.
It's not just about the food itself, but the process of preparing it.
Right? HealthyCoin encourages you to see your kitchen as this empowering space where you're in control.
You're choosing the ingredients, you're deciding how to prepare them, and ultimately you're taking charge of your own well-being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it ties back to the concept of mindfulness, which is something they talk a lot about.
Oh, how so?
Well, when you're focused on chopping vegetables or stirring a pot of soup, you're engaging in a present moment activity that can be incredibly grounding.
It's like a form of meditation, almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it can be really therapeutic, too, especially in our fast-paced, always-on world.
I love that. It's like reclaiming cooking as an act of self-care rather than just another chore on the to-do list.
Exactly. And that's a message I think we can all get behind.
We can, and it's a great segue into our next topic,
Which is?
the community aspect of HealthyCoin. Because as much as we might enjoy cooking at home, sometimes we need a little extra support and inspiration.
Oh, for sure. And that's where the HealthyCoin community really shines.
All right, so let's dive into that.
Let's do it. So we were talking about community.
Right, because it's one thing to have all these great tools and resources, but it's another thing to actually use them.
Yeah. Motivation can be a fickle thing.
It can. And that's where the social aspect comes in. Knowing that you're not alone in this journey can make a huge difference.
Huge. And that's what HealthyCoin seems to get. They've created this incredibly supportive community.
And it goes beyond just like sharing recipes or tips, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's much deeper than that. People are sharing their struggles, their triumphs, their everyday experiences.
So it's like a safe space where you can be vulnerable and authentic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's so important because, let's face it, healthy living isn't always easy. There can be ups and downs.
Setbacks, cravings.
Exactly. And having a community to lean on during those tough times can make all the difference.
It's like having a built-in support system.
Exactly. And they've got all these cool features within the platform to foster that connection.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay, so they have these group challenges where you can team up with other users and work towards a common goal.
Ooh, I like that. A little friendly competition.
Right? It's fun and motivating. And they also have these mentorship programs where you can connect with more experienced members.
So it's like having a personal cheerleader in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone who's been there, done that, and can offer guidance and encouragement.
That's pretty awesome. And I bet you pick up some great tips and recipes along the way.
Oh, definitely. People are always sharing their favorite healthy hacks and culinary creations.
It's like a never-ending source of inspiration.
Exactly. And it takes the guesswork out of healthy eating. You don't have to figure it all out on your own.
Plus, I bet it helps to keep things interesting.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's easy to get stuck in a rut when you're cooking for yourself all the time.
Meal prep fatigue is real.
It is. But with HealthyCoin, you've got this whole community to bounce ideas off of and try new things.
I'm starting to see why people are so obsessed with this app.
Yeah, it's more than just an app. It's a lifestyle.
A movement, even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of movement, that reminds me of something else I wanted to touch on.
What's that?
HealthyCoins focus on small steps.
Oh, yeah. They're big on that, aren't they?
They are, because they understand that lasting change doesn't happen overnight.
It's about making those gradual, sustainable shifts.
Exactly. And they're really good at breaking things down into manageable steps.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, so let's say you want to start eating more vegetables.
A worthy goal.
It is. But instead of trying to overhaul your entire diet, HealthyCoin might challenge you to simply add one extra serving of veggies to your plate each day.
Okay. That seems doable.
Right. And once you've mastered that, you move on to the next step. Maybe it's trying a new vegetable each week or incorporating more plant-based meals into your routine.
So it's all about building those healthy habits one step at a time.
Exactly. And celebrating those small wins along the way.
Because those small wins add up.
You do. And they help you stay motivated and on track.
Makes sense. But what about those times when you fall off the wagon? We all have those moments, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how does HealthyCoin address that?
Well, one of the things I really appreciate about their approach is their emphasis on self-compassion.
Oh, that's important.
It is. Because beating yourself up over slip-ups is just going to make you feel worse and more likely to give up altogether.
So it's about giving yourself grace?
Exactly. They encourage you to view setbacks as learning opportunities, not failures.
So it's like, okay, I messed up, but I'm not going to let that derail my entire journey.
Right. It's about picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and getting back on track.
And knowing that the HealthyCoin community is there to support you.
Absolutely. They've got your back no matter what.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about the community, the focus on small steps, the emphasis on self-compassion. What else is there to cover?
One thing that really impressed me was HealthyCoin's commitment to sustainability.
Oh, yeah. They're not just about personal health.
Right. They're also thinking about the bigger picture, the impact our food choices have on the planet.
So it's about eating healthy for ourselves and for the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're doing a lot to promote sustainable practices.
Like what? Give me some specifics.
Okay, so for starters, they partner with local farmers and suppliers whenever possible.
To reduce their carbon footprint.
Exactly. And they also encourage users to choose seasonal produce and reduce food waste.
Great tips. Anything else?
Yeah, they're big on educating people about the environmental impact of different food choices.
So like raising awareness about things like meat consumption and factory farming.
Exactly. And they're also working to address issues like food insecurity and access to healthy, affordable food in underserved communities.
Wow, so they're really walking the talk.
They are. They're putting their money where their mouth is and making a real effort to create a more sustainable food system.
I'm impressed. It's not just about selling a product. It's about creating a better future for everyone.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes HealthyCoin so compelling. They're not just a company, they're a movement.
A movement that's changing the way we think about food health and our relationship with the planet.
Beautifully said. And it makes you wonder, how can we all be a part of this movement?
Exactly. Whether or not we use a platform like HealthyCoin, how can we all make those small changes that add up to a big impact?
Great question. And one that I think we'll continue to explore as we dive deeper into the world of HealthyCoin. So where do we go from here?
Right. We've talked a lot about HealthyCoin, but I think the bigger question is, what does all of this mean for us?
Yeah, how can we take these insights and apply them to our own lives?
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about downloading an app.
It's about making those real, tangible changes that lead to a healthier and happier life.
And a more sustainable one, too.
Absolutely. So let's talk about that. What are some key takeaways from this deep dive?
Okay, so one thing that really struck me was the power of community.
Oh, yeah. That's huge. Having that support system can make all the difference.
It can. Knowing that you're not alone in this journey can be incredibly motivating.
And inspiring, too. When you see other people succeeding, it gives you that extra push to keep going.
For sure. And it's not just about moral support either.
Right? You can learn so much from other people's experiences. Their tips, their recipes, their strategies for overcoming challenges.
It's like having a collective brain trust for healthy living.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something that HealthyCoin does really well.
Yeah.
They've created this amazing online community where people can connect and share and learn from each other.
And celebrate each other's successes, too.
Absolutely, which
Yeah.
is so important because we need to acknowledge those wins, both big and small.
We do. Okay, so community, that's a big one. What else?
Well, another key takeaway is the importance of taking a holistic approach to wellness.
Meaning,
Well, it's not just about what you eat. It's about how you move, how you sleep, how you manage stress, how you connect with others.
it's about the whole package.
Exactly. And Healthy Coin recognizes that they're not just focused on food, they're looking at all aspects of well-being.
Which makes sense. Because it's all interconnected, right?
It is. You can't really have optimal health in one area without addressing the others.
So true. Okay, so community, holistic approach. Anything else?
Oh, yeah. One more thing. The power of small steps.
Oh, yeah. They're big on that, aren't they?
They are. And for good reason.
Yeah.
Because lasting change doesn't happen overnight.
It's about making those gradual, sustainable shifts that you can stick with long term.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's something we all need to remember, whether or not we're using a platform like HealthyCoin.
So true. It's easy to get caught up in the all or nothing mentality.
It is. But that's usually a recipe for disaster.
It is, because when we set unrealistic expectations for ourselves, we're more likely to give up when we inevitably fall short.
Exactly. So it's about being kind to ourselves, celebrating those small wins, and focusing on progress, not perfection.
And remembering that it's a journey, not a destination.
Perfectly said. All right, so we've got community, holistic approach, small steps. Anything else we want to add?
I think that covers the main points, but I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
This whole deep dive has really got me thinking about the future of wellness.
Oh, yeah. It's an exciting time to be alive.
It is. With all the advancements in technology and our understanding of the human body and mind, the possibilities are endless.
They are. And it seems like HealthyCoin is at the forefront of this movement.
They are. They're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And they're doing it in a way that's accessible, engaging, and sustainable.
Exactly. So I guess the question is, where do we go from here?
Right. How can we all be a part of this wellness revolution?
How can we take what we've learned and create a healthier, happier, and more sustainable future for ourselves and for generations to come?
That's the challenge and the opportunity. And I think HealthyCoin is showing us that it's possible.
I think so too. So if you're looking for inspiration or motivation to take charge of your own well-being, I encourage you to check out HealthyCoin. You might just be surprised by what you discover.
And who knows? Maybe we'll see you at a virtual potluck someday.
Sounds like a plan. All right, that's it for this deep dive into HealthyCoin. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Until next time, stay healthy and keep on diving.